Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, where I predict how every men's college basketball tournament will play out as I go round by round and pick winners based on my projections. Next up is the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the MAAC, MAAC. Before I do my predictions, I'm going to look back on my preseason projections and compare them to how the conference actually played out. In first place, I picked Iona, who ended up coming in 7th. Second place, I had Rider, who ended up coming in 3rd. Third, I had Quinnipiac, who came in 5th. Fourth, I had Monmouth, who came in 4th. Fifth, I had Manhattan, who came in 9th. Sixth, I had Siena, who ended up winning the conference. 7th, Marist, who ended up in the cellar. 8th, I had Canisius, who ended up finishing in 10th. 9th, I had St. Peter's, who ended up coming in 2nd, so they were a big surprise this year. 10th, I had Niagara, who came in 6th. And 11th, I had Fairfield, who ended up coming in 8th. So, without further ado, here are my predictions for the MAAC tournament, which will be held at the Jim Whelan Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. First round, you have 9-seeded Manhattan versus 8-seeded Fairfield tomorrow, Tuesday, March 10th, 5 o'clock on ESPN3. Manhattan 12-17 on the year, 8-12 in conference play. Fairfield 12-19 on the year, 8-12 in conference play. The pick is Manhattan, and I have them projected as a half-point favorite. 10-seeded Canisius versus 7-seeded Iona, 7 o'clock ESPN3 tomorrow night, Tuesday, March 10th. Canisius 12-19 on the year, 7-13 in conference play. Iona 11-16 on the year, 9-11 in conference play. The pick is Iona, and I have them projected as a 2.5-point favorite. 11-seeded Marist versus 6-seeded Niagara, 9 o'clock on ESPN3 tomorrow, Tuesday, March 10th. Marist 7-22 on the year, 6-14 in conference play. Niagara 11-20 on the year, 9-11 in conference play. The pick Niagara, and I have them projected as a 4.5-point favorite. The quarterfinals. Wednesday, March 11th, 7 o'clock ESPN3, 9-seeded Manhattan versus 1-seeded Siena. Siena 19-10 on the year, 15-5 in conference play. The pick, Siena, and I have them projected as a 10.5-point favorite. Iona versus number 2-seeded St. Peter's, 9:30 ESPN3 on Wednesday, March 11th. St. Peter's, 17-12 on the year, 12-6 in conference play. The pick, St. Peter's, and I have them projected as a 7.5-point favorite. Thursday, March 12th, you got 6-seeded Niagara versus 3-seeded Rider. 7 o'clock on ESPN3 on Thursday, March 12th. Rider 18-12, 12-8 in conference play. The pick, Rider, and I have them projected as a 6.5-point favorite. 5-seeded Quinnipiac versus 4-seeded Monmouth, 9:30 ESPN3 on Thursday, March 12th. Quinnipiac 15-15 on the year, 10-10 in conference play. Monmouth 18-13 on the year, 12-8 in conference play. To pick Monmouth, and I have them projected as a 3.5-point favorite. Semifinals, Friday night, 6 o'clock ESPN News. 4-seeded Monmouth versus 1-seeded Siena. The pick Siena, and I have them projected as a 4-point favorite. 3-seeded Rider versus 2-seeded St. Peter's. Friday night, March 13th, 8:30 ESPN News. The pick St. Peter's, and I have them as a 1.5-point favorite. And in the championship on Saturday, March 14th, 9 o'clock on ESPNU, 2-seeded St. Peter's versus 1-seeded Siena. So you got a New Jersey battle here for the conference title for the right to go to the NCAA tournament. Only fitting that's in Atlantic City with two Jersey teams here. The best player on the court here is Jalen Pickett, and he'll lead the Saints to the big dance. So the pick here is Siena, and I have Siena projected as a 2-point favorite. Next up is the MAAC.